Good morning. Welcome to Chrysalis Invictus for your Tuesday reading. We have the Vintage Wisdom Oracle today by Victoria Mosley. Such a beautiful deck. And as always, there are 3 different piles to choose from. So selecting your pile from the description box below. We'll get to your reading. Okay, pile number 1. What do you have today? Intuition. Okay, so things are going to be blasting loud and clear for you today. So this is a very open crown chakra kind of day for you. There are a lot of messages, a lot of information, a lot of different things coming in, both on an intuitive level and from other people. So this could be kind of overwhelming, especially it's almost like a dam breaking. So, things that were blocked before, things that were unclear, they may not become clear today, but you are going to receive the information to make them clear today. There's something about clocks as well, paying attention to time. So if you do have any appointments or things that you need to get accomplished at certain times, be mindful of the clock, and also be mindful of clocks that aren't set properly is a message that I'm getting as well for some of you. Yeah, clairvoyance is going to be very high today. All of the intuitive gifts are sparkling. They're very, very open. And if you are not someone who knows how those things function in you, or if you're sort of I don't get those kind of messages, you probably do, you just don't know that that's what it is. So it could feel like a very strange day to you. It could feel somewhat overwhelming. Keep yourself centered. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. All right, let's take a look at the book and see what additional messages there are for you. This is good though. This is kind of what I'm sure that you've been looking for, hoping for in terms of receiving messages, but it's definitely not grounded enough to have clarity. So try not to act on anything that you receive today or take anything as capital T truth until it's had time to integrate and unfold. Okay, so it says, night has fallen, and the spirit of the Greek goddess Selene, symbol of the moon and intuition, pauses in peaceful contemplation. She awaits the guiding voice of inspiration to move through her as she seeks the answers to a predicament. On her right shoulder sits a dove, a constant and familiar presence, and a spirit messenger linking the realm of insight to the mortal world. The river beyond glistens in the light of the moon, and like the unconscious mind contains hidden secrets and new life beneath its mysterious silvery surface. The guiding light of Mother Moon, by her very nature, echoes the cycles of womanhood and feminine instinct. Interi is Latin for intuition and means to look within or contemplate. In drawing this card, you're being prompted to do just this. Seen through the quiet lens of meditation, intuition can lead to your own knowing. I feel like you don't even have to meditate to receive these messages. That they will just come to you in a lot of different ways. It'll be different for everyone, I'm sure, but through various methods. Everyone possesses intuition to varying degrees, but it does not thrive well in the domain of excessive thinking and analysis. While the intellect has its vital place, this card reminds you to look within for your answers. Knowledge is taught, and by contrast, intuition is caught. Visualize your mind as an empty chalice to catch the messages springing from the fountain of intuition. Since knowledge expounds outwardly, while intuition listens inwardly, by listening, you are more likely to reach wise decisions in the face of adversity or any situation in need of clarity. Okay. And you're called to look at the card for any symbols that may be personally significant to you for additional messages. And what do I want? Let's do some Forest Fae for you today for your additional oracle messages. This is Forest Fae. This is a new deck by Nadia Turner. It's so, so beautiful. You can find her on Instagram, Wayward Harper. Excuse me. It's allergy season. So you're going to hear that more and more in these morning readings. Okay, we have Lady of the Lost. Give to others, treasure life and all its magic. Yeah, this is very High Priestess energy. Lady of the Lost, it's like your intuition is just so open and abundant today. And you're being given all of these gifts. Clues. The Woodwife, trust your inner wisdom. So much feminine energy today. I'm getting for some of you that it could be that the more female identified your life is, so the more feminine energies that you have around you, the more heightened your intuition is going to be. And for those of you out there who identify as men, this could be a very feminine day for you. So a lot of heightened, just feminine energies within you. Okay, so I will leave you there. Thank you so much for joining. To book a reading, my information is in the description box below, as well as a link tree for all of my services and things that I offer. So take care. And pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at what you have today. Playfulness. I don't know if I'm experiencing deja vu, but I feel like the last time I did a daily reading with this deck, we got the exact same cards. I could be wrong, but it just feels like this has happened before. This could be a day of deja vu for you. But it, more than you being playful, I feel like the energies around you are very playful today. Like a lot of trickster energy around you. Things may go missing. Things may not seem as they are. There's just this kind of energy of up being down, left being right, that kind of thing that you cannot fully trust and rely on what you are seeing with your two eyes. And so much like pile number 1, there's this call toward your intuition. There's this call to your inner truth, to assess things from the not from the outside in, from the inside out. Okay. I'm also hearing that today is a good day to generate creative ideas. Today is a great day to reignite a sense of, so if something has become really serious or really heavy, today is going to give you the opportunity to kind of break through that crust of seriousness and invite some love and some play and some joy into a relationship. So if maybe you've had a lot of conflict and in and out and you feel really stuck in this place with this other person, today's energy is going to allow you to make some jokes, or, to experience those more joyful, playful aspects of each other. Don't be surprised if someone from your past comes calling. Yeah. I just feel called to say that as well. Let's take a look in the book for any additional messages. There's not too much that's coming in intuitively for this card. I feel like today is a fairly... The messages are just that... the intuitive messages are just be wary of trickster energy. This person that comes from the past could be a bit of trickster energy as well. Depicted here is a diva sitting gracefully on a fly agaric mushroom. This is a light-hearted moment, and we are not expected to take her too seriously. Her carefree countenance reminds us of the joy of being alive and living contentedly in the moment. Okay, another message. Yeah. Try not to take yourself too seriously today, and be able to laugh at yourself. It's going to be really important. She has emerged resplendently from her chrysalis into the warm light of day with a pair of multicolored flutterby wings and broad smile. The woes of the world can wait for a while as she reveals in a renewed perspective of her world through the eyes of playfulness. George Bernard Shaw said, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." The responsibilities and rigors of age can thwart our ability to live in the moment. Shameless surrender to the act of playfulness can sometimes be perceived as immaturity in the face of life's harsh challenges. But the essence of playfulness beckons us to remember that we are also players in the game of life. And from this perspective, we remain in the world, but not of it. While thought and logic are intrinsic servants on our path to ascension, they are poor masters. The balanced integration of body, mind, and spirit brings about a holistic perspective in which there is a vital, healthful place for exploring your unique creative potential through the innocence of playfulness. By drawing this card, the higher power inspires you to seek answers by experimenting with this gift and many benefits it bestows in daily life. Relinquish the need to control outcomes and embrace the spontaneous nature of this divine attribute. Expect a profound level of release while making way for a clearer flow of intuition and inspiration. So there you have it. And we're going to pull a few cards for you from Forest Faye, Wayward Harper on Instagram. The Numina. Seek inspiration in twilight wanderings. Okay, yeah, that's a really beautiful, playful, mystical, trickster kind of time to walk. So really embracing, if the dawn has already passed dusk, twilight. This is being very tapped into your intuition, but a more playful, less somber side of your intuition. So sometimes we can be kind of serious when we connect into spirit, but this is more of the playful. And Walker on the Wind. The raven shows the way. Be courageous. Change and chance can bring exciting wonders. And this is what I was talking about. So when a trickster energy comes in, it shakes things up. So what could be perceived as a bad situation is actually a good situation in disguise. So not making any judgments today about what comes in or what's happening for the long term. Just kind of embracing it and seeing what shakes loose is what I want to say. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you. Pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, as well as link to my yoga and meditation classes. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at what you have today. Woo! I have so much energy coming off of this card. This is a powerful, powerful healing day for you. I'm just going to close my eyes and see. This feels like a deep, channeled space. As the climax of some situation has left or is leaving, you're in that come down period of healing from the intensity of that rising up, of how much has grown. There is so much energy coming from your heart and your solar plexus, from your power center. This is a time of driving forward. This is a time of continuing with that momentum, not allowing, today is not a day to allow that to drop. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have gained, to continue to use those tools, to not give them up, to not look back and think, this is not me, because this is who you are now. The transformation has happened and is in some ways complete, at least this stage of the transformation. There is an unbearable weight that has been lifted. All right, pile number 3, I'm going to share something with you. So my daughter is 10 and her father died this week. And it was a complicated situation. And she said to me, it's like the weight has been lifted, but you still want to carry the weight around. And that the reason I told you this is because I feel like this also applies to your situation. Something that was complicated, something that you felt you needed to carry or that you have identified yourself with has been lifted. And this is the time where you can start to feel into that clearing and use that space. Instead of drawing another weight into you, filling that space with something new, a tonic, a something that will bring you nourishment, that will take you into a new stage of being. And so today this energy is really, really potent. I'm seeing you really submerged in water as well. So if there is, everyone's watching from different places. If there's an opportunity for you to swim, I would definitely recommend swimming. If not, submerging yourself, so not keeping your head out of the tub. I feel your face underwater. And I feel that being really cleansing, really nourishing today. So submerging yourself in water, or, maybe it's just spending a little bit longer in the shower or being very mindful of the healing aspects of the shower. This is incredible. Depicted here is a vintage medicine woman who is a conduit for all spiritual healing. I'm definitely feeling that conduit energy. It may be that there's a situation today where that energy is called upon, or you may just be very aware of it today. She wears a link of pearls, symbolic of transformation, purity, and humility. 2 apothecary bottles on her right and left are labeled with a daffodil and an egg. They represent the awakening of new life and renewed hope for the future. Light pours through the windows, illuminating the green walls. Green, the nurse of the color spectrum, is the color of balance, rejuvenation, and compassion. The presence of this card invites you to take time and reflect on the energy of healing by allowing its light to shine on any areas in need of renewed wholeness. Attune to the rhythm of your own cycles by heeding signs and observing influences or habits in need of revaluation. There are many ways in which you can be proactive about your quality of life and the choices you make. Preventative measures taken now, be they physical, emotional, or mental, can prevent more challenging problems in the future. For those who feel without hope, countless lives have been healed by the sincere animation of prayer and meditation. Your prayers today are going to be, your prayers and that kind of energy is going to be so, so potent today. Pile number 3 has the advantage that I've now sort of felt into all 3 piles, and I kind of know the theme of today. And today is definitely a day of like heightened spiritual gifts and that kind of like influx of that kind of clarity and energy. As the image suggests, the renewing influence of nature can also profoundly reactivate your innate healing mechanisms and lead you back to a wholesome connection to Mother Earth. Any time spent deepening your relationship with the many facets of nature's calming aura will be well invested. As the saying goes, heaven helps those who help themselves. But when you feel you can do no more, remain open to the miracle of restorative healing in its many forms. So if you're going to practice any yoga or anything today, it would be a restorative practice, something that is very low-key and nurturing. Let's get you some Force Fae cards. Okay, by Nadia Turner, Wayward Harper on Instagram. I'm not connected to her at all. I follow her, but I just want to give her shout-outs because these cards are beautiful. So you have To the Green Wood. It's so noisy where I live. I apologize. Okay. Seek comfort and acceptance. Be kind to yourself. Yes. Today is all about nurturing yourself and that inward kindness, and staying in that heart open space. Not blocking it off in any way. And the Silent One. Watch the shifting shadows and be a caretaker of silence. So it might be a nice time or day to spend some time alone when you can. With the shadows, I'm thinking of, I think it was last week, there was one of the piles had this scene of a forest where there's the speckled shadows moving across the ground, and with this card it feels like you're being called to go into nature and to watch the shadows playing out. And this is a perfect season, if you're watching this when I've recorded it, it's this spring, it's a perfect season to watch the shadows and see them move and see them change and see how they punctuate the light. And that's what's happening within you at this time. All right. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, as well as links to my classes, or if you want to donate to the channel. I would appreciate it so, so much. Take care.